What rich people drive. If I ever win the lottery, what car will I buy, is a question we've all thought to ourselves at some point. For some, it's an all-out spending spree for the most lavish and luxurious ones you can get your hands on, while others may fancy a collection of classic and rare cars to preserve until time's end. Some of you might just fancy something sort of nice and comfy, and there's no shame in that. Elon Musk is responsible for Tesla, that electric car company you might have heard of. He originally made his billions creating PayPal among other businesses, and has spent his money on some interesting cars over the years. Not only has he owned a McLaren F1, but Musk bought the Lotus Esprit from the Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me for almost £600,000. It's not getting tucked away under covers forever though. Musk wants to turn it into a proper submarine, almost as mad as his planned missions to Mars. Remember in the early mid-2000s, when phones were getting ever smaller and discreet until the chunky iPhone came along in 2007 to completely turn the industry on its head? Well, that's sort of what the Tesla Model 3 is here to do with the car. Not only does Elon Musk's brainchild want to show the world that long-range electric cars are today and not the future, but also completely reinvent the idea of how we see the car altogether. Picture this: you're the boss of the largest luxury goods company in the world, appeasing the rich with brands like Moët and Louis Vuitton. You're going to want a luxurious car to match, right? Well, if you're Bernard Arnault, you might not be too bothered about it. Sure, the BMW 760 he's recently been spotted in is a nice car, but it's one that predates 2015, which doesn't exactly scream being at the cutting edge of the fashion industry. Each to their own. If the BMW 7 Series was a plane, it'd be a private jet. If it was a boat, a Sunseeker. It's designed to be luxurious and comfortable for pinstriped business people, but you'll also find that it's genuinely fun to drive for such a hefty upmarket saloon. But it isn't without competition. The Audi A8, Jaguar XJ and Mercedes S-Class all offer similarly sumptuous cabins and quiet, wafty driving experiences when you want it. And, like the 7 Series, they all come in short or long wheelbase versions depending on how much rear legroom you require. Jeff Bezos is the man behind Amazon. His riches come from those questionable purchases you made because of free next-day delivery with your Prime account. If you want a slice of the Bezos lifestyle, get behind the wheel of an old Honda Accord. It was what he drove around in when he first made it as a billionaire. Back in the 90s, though it's no guarantee you'll see the same riches by getting behind the wheel. Honda has been praised as a benchmark of reliability for many years, making its cars extremely sensible choices for many drivers. The current Honda range might not offer quite the varied catalog of some more prolific manufacturers, but the Japanese company still offers a selection of very well-engineered vehicles. The high-riding CR-V in particular combines reliability, practicality and value for money, making them good choices for families. Warren Buffett is pretty famous for making his billions on Wall Street with some seriously savvy investments, and a keen eye for when and when not to spend cash. Evidently, he's not spending much of his £99 billion net worth on cars though, with the most interesting car he's known to have owned a Cadillac XTS. Buffett is known for this sort of frugality, living in a house that he bought for $31,500, equivalent to $285,000, or £248,000 in today's money, in 1958. And finally here we have the most expensive car in the world. And that's Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. The Rolls-Royce Boat Tail is a mid-sized luxury coach-built grand tourer car made by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars. It is the world's most expensive street-legal new car at $28 million US. As you may remember, Rolls-Royce will only be building 3 boat tails at a rumored cost of nearly $30 million each, with Rolls Coach Building Division spearheading the design and development of the model, and each customer being extensively involved in choosing the individual configuration and details for their car. The car was designed by the company's specialized coach build division at its Goodwood plant, reinterpreting the 1910s Rolls-Royce Ltd boat tail car design. It draws aesthetic inspiration from yachts of the 1920s and 1930s. The car shares its chassis and engine with the Rolls-Royce Phantom, but has 1,813 bespoke parts, including 5 electronic control units in the rear deck. The first of 3 cars built features a parasol that extends from the rear deck, deployed by a mechanical system in an inverted manner like a flower, rotating cocktail tables with matching stool seats, a complete set of Christofle tableware and 2 fridges in a color Scheme to match Armand de Brignac champagne bottles. The deck is finished in Kaleidoligno veneer and hinges towards the center in a butterfly shape at an angle of 67 degrees. The first car features matching pairs of men's and women's watches manufactured by Beauvais Fleurier, which include a tiny sculpture of the car in the dial. The watches can be worn as a wristwatch or used as a desk clock or pocket watch, and they can also be placed in a titanium enclosure on the car's dashboard to be used as its clock. The car has a bespoke Bose Corporation sound system which uses the car's floor structure as a resonance chamber. The car includes a Mont Blanc pen, housed in a handcrafted case inside the glove box. The instrument panel dials feature galoche decorative work. And that's it for this video. If you like what you see, give us likes and subscribe for our platform to grow.